Hi, I'm Sonia and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me and want me to call you on your BS, my coaching information is in the description below. I also go live here on YouTube if you want to come hang out and ask your manifestation questions. Those are scheduled. And be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to day 13 of Manifesting 101, where we are going to talk about that it is not the techniques that manifest. I know. You're looking for that quick fix. You're looking for that thing that you're going to do to get your life to change. I get it. You've been taught that you have to do things in order to get things, and that if you're not doing something, then things aren't changing. That's part of why you're still on this journey, or you don't understand what you're doing at this point. I'm just going to be fucking honest. As I said in day one, your thoughts are your experience. They are your reality. They are creating what you are experiencing because that's what you tell yourself. The only way to get things to change is to change your perspective and change it consistently. Decide that this shit is no longer true. Neville put it, you cannot serve two masters. In order to change things, you have to die to one and live in the other. Manifesting is all or nothing. You can't be like hope manifesting. Well, I hope it works. Maybe this will work. I'm going to do this technique and see if it works. Because you're not changing you. And deep down, you don't believe it's going to work. And guess what? You're fucking right. Because you're always right. Always. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. If you believe doing a technique will work, it will. But if you do not hold the belief that subliminals work, or that scripting works, or that any of that works, it's not going to. And the point of doing all of that shit is to change your brain, to change your perspective, to change you. You cannot continue to be, meaning think the same shit over and over again, hold the same beliefs about everything, and expect things to change. The other Einstein quote I really like is, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. It feeds off of that other quote that I've mentioned from him already in this series. You cannot solve a problem from the same state of thinking in which it was created. If your thoughts are your experience and whatever you tell yourself is true, if you continue to think the same shit and expect a different result, that is the definition of insanity. And as long as you are focused on there being a problem and things standing in your way of you having what you want, you're fucking right. And the only reason that that's true is because that's what you tell yourself. Going into yesterday's video. Whatever you tell yourself is true about literally everything. There is no exception. Whatever you put your focus on, your energy towards, is what brings it to life or keeps it alive in your reality. It makes it your experience because that's what you're telling yourself you're experiencing. The techniques, whether you're visualizing or scripting or doing affirming sessions or whatever, those kind of techniques, the ones that you do over and over again, whether you do it once a day or a couple times a day, whatever, it's there to familiarize yourself with what you want to now be true. Giving your brain repetition, which I believe we have, that was day 4. We talked about repetition being the key. You're repeating anyway. You're repeating how shit everything is and how this doesn't work and this person hates me and this will never happen. Until you change that, you're not going to get a different outcome. It's not, the technique of all the bullshit stuff I learned in, especially law of attraction shit. Drink the water from the cup and it's done. It's done if you tell yourself it's done and you don't think against it. But if you're going to continue to bitch, whine, moan, and complain, guess what you're going to get more of? Because the only thing to change is self, as Neville Goddard said. That's it. So ask yourself, how can I change this about myself? How do I need to change this belief? Would it help me to visualize or to script, to have affirmation sessions? What is going to help you change you? Because that's what's going to work, and everyone's different. But understand, especially if you're technique hopping. I've tried this technique and I've tried that and I've tried that. I've tried that. None of it's worked. You haven't tried changing you. You're waiting to see if it will work. You're like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'll see what happens. And you're crossing your fingers. You're like, oh my God, hopefully it'll work. But you don't believe that it will. So it's never going to. As Yoda said, do or do not, there is no try. And that is 100% true when it comes to manifesting. Either you're going to change your perspective and change your viewpoint of the situation, of the world, or you're going to continue to get more of the same. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.